everyone, it's Aditya again. Today I'm going to teach you how to solve the Rubik's Cube. So what you need to know about the Rubik's Cube. Well, the Rubik's Cube is all about algorithms. But don't get scared by algorithms. You don't need to understand what algorithms are to solve the Rubik's Cube. The second thing you need to know is about the faces. So the face facing towards you is called F for front. The face on the left is called L for left. Face on the right, R, and face on the top, U, face on the back, B, and face on the bottom, D. So now the next thing you need to know is about the colors. So the color in the center, the centerpiece color, like this is green, that's the color that the rest of them need to be. So this would be the green's face, this would be the white face, this would be the blue face, and so on. Now, let's get cracking. So after you've scrambled your cube, for this tutorial, let's just start with the green as top, but in case you were solving an actual Rubik's Cube in a competition, you would start with whichever face is already mostly solved. So now, you put the face, let's do green, on the top. Now we have to make the cross. The cross is made up by side pieces. Side pieces are the ones with two colors. Like here, it's orange, yellow, and here, orange and blue. So let's start doing this. First, you need to find one of those pieces. Here's one, red and green. So once you get one of those, you have to move it to that color face that is not green or whatever color you're trying to solve for. So this is green, so we'll take this red and move it to the red face. Now it's aligned. Then you just flip it to the top. In this case, it worked. But if the color was like this, and you did this, so it's still in the right spot, but when you flip it, it's upside down. Here's where we'll learn our first algorithm. For this, the algorithm is F inverted, U, L inverted, U inverted. So now it flipped. In this manner, you solve the rest of the cross. So I'll just do that. Okay, now the cross is finished. After this, you have to solve for the corner pieces. The corner pieces have three colors. So once you find one of those corner pieces, like right here, green, white, and red, you take it to the same color spots. So this is green, white, and red. Here's white. Now we just have to find red, red. So now we just move it to the middle. So green, white, and red goes in between white and red. So once you have it in that spot, you have to use the second algorithm. I like to call this algorithm out, out, in, in. In the out, 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 in algorithm, what you have to do is you have to move, once it's in the bottom, you have to go out, out, in. You have to do that a couple times and eventually it'll be flipped correctly. So let me just do that right now. Out, out, in. Now it's in the right spot and flipped correctly. In this way, you solve the first layer. So I'll just do that now. Okay, and out, out, in. Once you have that, take the face that you just solved and flip it upside down. Once it's upside down, you have to solve the second layer. For the second layer, you look at the top layer. In the top layer, you find its center color, blue, and you find the side pieces that are not blue. This has blue on it, so we'll just leave that. This is red and white, so then we can move this. So you take the face that's here, so this is red, and we move it to the red spot. Now once it's at red, or whatever color it is, you will use one of two algorithms. If you either flip it to the right or you flip it to the left. In this case, white is here on the left. So we'd have to flip it to the left. The algorithm for that is UI R U R I U F UI Fi. Once you do that, it'll be flipped in the right spot. Yay! Now in this manner you solve the rest of the second layer. If you come into a case where you have to flip it to the left, you do the same algorithm except it's the opposite. So in this case I have to flip it to the left. So what I'll do is I'll go UI L U L I U F I U I F. Now it's flipped in the right spot. So now you just do the rest. Okay, say flip it to the left again. Okay, let's say you have to flip it to the right. For the right, you do this algorithm. You go U R U I R I U F I U I F. Now that's flipped correctly. So now once you've solved the rest of the second layer, you have to solve the top layer. The top layer is the most difficult, but not to worry. With the algorithms, it shall be easy. So once you have the top layer, you'll have one of four scenarios. You'll have just the center solved, which is this. You'll have an L, which will be like the three blues, like this. You will have an mini sort of Tetris block, like this. Or you could have the full cross already. So once you have one of these scenarios, you then have to use this algorithm through. So through, you go F R U R I U I F I. So once you do that, it'll move on to the next step. Now I have the L. Now I do the same thing. I put the L in the top right corner and I do it again. F R U R I U I F I. And if it doesn't work, like in this case, that means you've started incorrectly. So you have to restart it correctly and just do the through again. F R U R I U I F I. So now I have the line. Now with the line, you hold it like this, and then you do the through algorithm again. F R U R I U I F I. Now you have the cross solved. Though the cross is solved, they're probably not in the right spots. So then you keep on flipping it until you have two of the side blocks in the right color spots. So here, I'll keep on flipping. Okay, now I have orange in the right spot and yellow in the right spot. So now what I'll do is I'll put one in my right hand and one in the back. So it'll be like this. Now after this, I do another algorithm. So this algorithm is like this. You go R, U, R, I, U, R, U, U, R, I, U. Once you do this, it should all be aligned correctly. Now after this, all we have left is solve for the corners. Then once you do that, you'll have solved the Rubik's Cube. So you try to find one that's already solved. So here we have blue, red, and yellow, and blue, red, and yellow. So this is in the right spot. Now we have to do yet another algorithm. You go U, R, U, I, L, I, U, R, I, U, I, L. So once you do that, that might stay the same, but the rest of them should be in the right spot. You should never have to do this more than twice. So now once you have all of them in the right spot, it's time for the final algorithm. It doesn't matter which way they're facing as long as they're in the right spot. So then you start with one, like let's say we start with this one. Now we do the old out, out, in again. So let me do that. Out, out, in, and you continue doing that until that is solved. So you go out, out, in, out, out, in, out, out, in. In this step, it may look like you just ruined everything you've done, but don't worry, you haven't. So once you solve one of them, you flip it like that. If that one's already solved, you flip it again. Again, if it's solved, you flip it. You keep on flipping it until you get to the next one. Then you do the out, out, in again. Out, out, in, out, out, in. Once you do this correctly, you'll be just one turn away from solving your very first Rubik's Cube. This was Aditya Jain, and thanks for watching.